Japanese entomologists were studying the Japanese giant wasp, which has the Latin name of Vespa mandarinia. That's how we got the name Vespa. These wasps are literally nature's super endurance and super strength animals. And the Japanese entomologists discovered that it was this liquid that actually allowed it to access the fat in its thorax for high rates of energy needed to fly, fight, and carry home a food ball. It allowed animal cells to be able to metabolize fat at a much higher rate. Hi, my name is Peter Defty and I'm the General Manager of Vespa Power Products. And I would like to share with you how Vespa actually came into being, because the story is rather fascinating, because Vespa, as we say, it's nature's catalyst. It's a natural catalyst that harnesses the science of nature. And how this came to being was actually due to an accidental discovery of nature. And this happened in the late 1980s and early 1990s when Japanese entomologists were studying the Japanese giant wasp, which has the Latin name of Vespa mandarinia. That's how we got the name Vespa, because Vespa in Latin is wasp. Well, they were studying this wasp, and this wasp is actually as large as my thumb here. And what they found, that this wasp flew on average 50, 60 kilometers a day, sometimes up to 100 kilometers a day. It was a predatory wasp that attacked all kinds of different prey, whether it was honeybees or praying mantises or even small mammals. This wasp has been known to kill humans. It's highly aggressive. It's a predatory wasp. And when they witnessed how it would attack, kill, and macerate prey into a food ball and carry it back, it would carry this food ball that weighed up to a third of its body weight back to the colony to feed to the wasp. And they're like, holy moly, what makes this wasp capable of doing that? These wasps are literally nature's super endurance and super strength animals. So in studying the wasp, they came across the process called trophallaxis, which is a very common term in insect life cycles, where two life cycles, in this case the larva and the adult, have a symbiotic relationship. And this relationship with the giant wasp was that the giant wasp would bring this food ball back to the larva to feed to the larva, and in exchange, the larva would feed it this liquid it would secrete that the wasp would take in. And the Japanese entomologists discovered that it was this liquid that actually allowed it to access the fat in its thorax for high rates of energy needed to fly, fight, and carry home a food ball. And so, in understanding this and looking in the journals, that this was a very common practice in wasp, bees, termites, ants, they hypothesized that, well, animal cells are remarkably similar across species, so if it will work in the cells of these insects, it might work in other animal cells. And so they tested it in rats and mice, and then eventually tested it in humans. And in all these tests, they came to find that this peptide, this bioactive peptide that was found in the saliva, would actually trigger high rates of fat metabolism. Now, it's rather complex. I'm not going to go into the details here, but that's what it did. It allowed animal cells to be able to metabolize fat at a much higher rate. And this is the accidental discovery of Vespa. I hope you've gotten a little bit more insight about what we're doing and how Vespa is a catalyst to tap into your limitless energy and get you back to your natural physiology of burning fat for aerobic performance. Thanks very much.